Hey, what is up guys, Burnished here, and today I'm going to check my fraps to make sure I'm recording both audios, and yes I am, okay, this is all good. And in this video today I'm going to be talking about the new Warzone that has been announced for the March, or should I say April patch in 1.2, yes that's right, the March patch has now been moved to April, it will be going in early April, and yay for me, considering April is my birthday, so thank you for the present, BioWare. Okay, now, I do not have a lot of information on the new Warzone. I've literally just found out about it today. Not the fact that there's a new Warzone, but the new Warzone, you know, what it is. And I'm going to read you the description that they gave to, well, I'm reading off Dual Shockers, the website. I got it off there. I'll put the link in the description below so you can read the full article. But basically, what they are saying is new Warzone, and it's Novare Coast. I don't know how you would pronounce that. Just owning it up here. Save this guy from impending doom after that guy's getting the crit, and you're not getting out of it.
Unauthorized armaments detected.
Anyway, so what it says in the description is pits two teams in an epic battle to control multiple mortar locations. Using them to bombard vulnerable enemy bases like the Huttball Warzone. Novare Coast can be played Republic vs Empire, or with players of the same faction fighting each other in a thrilling contest of wills to determine each side's greatest champion. So again, not a lot of information exactly on what will happen, but it does say that you will control multiple mortar points. So I'm assuming that it's going to be the same as Civil War in the sense that you have some locations that in this case are obviously mortar, well, I'm assuming machinery that fires mortar strikes, you know, just general artillery, which it's kind of disappointing because it sounds a lot like the same old Civil War that we're used to at the moment, considering it's the same sort of backstory, as in you're controlling artillery in Civil War to destroy the enemy ships. Now you're just, you know, trying to get your mortars. So I'm assuming it's the team with the greatest amount of mortar locations is the person who wins this Warzone. Oh, this guy's gonna get owned. Not looking good for him. Other than that, it doesn't give a lot of things. A lot of description towards what it will actually do and what it will accomplish. However, it does say that it will be Empire versus Republic and can be both sides, which is definitely something that they have looked into, which I'm very glad, because a lot of the Sith are getting annoyed at constantly getting Huttball, I believe it is, and a lot of the Republic are getting annoyed that they're constantly in a Voidstar, such as I am now. This is because of the server imbalances, and at least they've finally realized that, and they've put implements in this new Warzone. Now, one thing I would actually want to know is how many points there are in this new Warzone. How many points is a bad word. How many objectives there are, just so we can get a pretty good idea of what the sort of fight's going to be, because at the moment we've got Civil War, where it's pretty much everybody on the team rushes to middle. This isn't a normal pug v pug game. Everybody rushes to middle, and 2 or 3 people go to either side, and they defend left or right, depending on which, obviously, alignment you are. Or no, it'd actually be left both ways. But yeah, so a couple of you defend left, and then you go middle. Some people do go right as well. That can work. But you know, the general idea is to go like that. Yeah, there we go. Stupid operatives. Looks like we're gonna get this door down, which is pretty good. Anyway, this is gonna be a pretty good change. I think if it does, the one thing I'm expecting from this Warzone is it to have 5 points, and I say that because a lot of the war zones at the moment are like WoW. I'm not saying that there's definitely going to be 5, but I could see how there would be, because Civil War is a lot like Battle for Gilneas or of Gilneas. I always get those mixed up. Voidstar that we're playing right now, again, is a lot like Strand of the Ancients. Uh-oh. This guy is going to be evil to me. Let's see if I can... Nope, I can't. A few seconds to solo this guy. Wow. Managed to get 5k damage on me right there. That is some insane damage. I hate smugglers, or at least the Sith equivalent. So yes, this Warzone, I'm assuming will have 5 objectives. Again, just like a Rathi Basin, sort of like how Huttball is a bit like Warzone Gulch, but you know, you never saw a horde throwing the flag, I suppose. But you know, just my guessing. So that is the new Warzone. I thought I'd just get that out there because you know, it's new Warzone. I'm pretty sure not a lot of people have, you know, reported on it, I suppose you could say, made a YouTube video of it. So yeah, I wanted to get that out there. And it also says in a thrilling, let me read that again. And a thrilling contest of wills to determine each side's greatest champion. Now, from what I'm gathering from this wording, is that it may have also something to do with the amount of kills. I don't know, because normally, if you think about something like Civil War, you think of the team, because it is very much a team game. So are all of the war zones in Swtor at the moment. So I don't know why they would put that. Maybe there's going to be some sort of person with the best kills element. Maybe what I personally would like to see is sort of a system where the person with the most kills gets maybe a mark above his head, you know, at the lowest, or maybe he takes more damage, or maybe he deals more damage, which would be pretty insane, because that means you could get insane killing streaks and things like that. I suppose it wouldn't be that viable, considering if they do more damage, they're obviously going to stay the best. But other than that, I think it would be a pretty neat idea to do, because then you'd all have to gang up on that one person, and I think it would just add an interesting element. And that's round 1 done. Looking like we've got this. Managed to get it done before 5 seconds. That was pretty insane. And for the second half, I'm going to read out the 1.2 PvP changes. Now, these are on torboard.com. I'll put a link in the description below as well. And this is someone, I don't know who, had an interview with Gabe Amatangelo, I can't pronounce his name, who is the lead PvP designer working with Swtor. So he's answered quite a few questions, and it's looking pretty good at what is happening with 1.2. And I'm going to start off. Lesser endgame commendations, Champion and Centurion will not be exchangeable. What I'm thinking this means is if you had, I don't know, 10 Centurion, you could change it for 1 Champion. I think that's what they're talking about. It's the wording is still a bit iffy for my liking, I suppose. Let's stun these 2 ranged guys here. Said 2. Okay, never mind. Ugh, this is terrible. I'm getting owned by Marauder. And here's a Sith. And he popped his bubble right as I used telekinetic wave. GG. Next one. There will be 2 levels of Warzones, regular and ranked. We already knew quite a lot about this. So obviously there's going to be ranked Warzones coming out. Regular Warzones will give out regular Warzone commendations, and ranked Warzones will give out ranked Warzone commendations. This is pretty exciting. This basically means that they should have a different, maybe set of gear, different weapons, even different crystals for the people who do ranked Warzones, which I think would be quite neat. The only problem I'm thinking of is you can see the comparison to WoW. Obviously, if you get 2200, you get a new piece of gear. And And I suppose there is, if you do arena, you get Valor capped. I think it's Valor or something. But the only problem I see with that is that means you can just do... Ooh, nice crit on that Sage. That means you could just do random war zones, you know, lose, still get accommodations, but still get just as good gear as the people who are winning all of those war zones. And I don't know, that seems a bit unjust to me, I suppose. Still, it's hard to really tell. Oh, hello. Yeah, I knew you were there. What up? What up? Am I gonna die to this guy? Nope, I'm not. I'm Superman. Read out the rest in a second. Trying to... See, this is why you don't screw with Sage. Because Sage will own your ass. And that is GG, my good sir. Let's just heal up a bit. New intro PvP set for new level 50s to fill in the gap in gear. Now, I don't think this is particularly needed. Due to the fact that gear at the moment is already pretty easy to obtain. I never had any problem. Like, I skipped straight through to champion gear because the bag rates were so good at dropping. I pretty much never had need for Centurion gear. It wasn't really that big of a factor having Centurion gear, and I think that is pretty much the low PvP gear. They do already have gear in PvP, well, in the game, that gives expertise, and it's very cheap. It's just bought with Warzone accommodations, I believe, and I don't see why they can't just keep that. They're just making it easier, but yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that. Maybe they will just show that particular gear, and they will just show it off in a better light, or they will put it in the PvP vendor, or you know, some stuff like that. I don't really know what they're gonna do. There will be some fun uses for accommodations you don't need anymore. So I'm assuming, I don't know what I'm assuming. You know, just some typical vanity items that you go, oh, it's pretty, and then yeah. I'm assuming that's what they're bringing in. Ranked PvP. Phase 1 will be server specific. Cry face. I am on an extremely unpopulated server. I believe the 4th most unpopular server in Europe. At least for the European servers. That's what I meant. I'm pretty sure 4th. I don't know. You know, in the top 10 for the lowest population. Now, boom! 300k medal right there. Loving that. Yeah, so this is going to be an extreme problem for me. This basically means I'm going to have to go and talk to the Sith on their server and arrange, you know, days, hours, and all this stuff. And I'm going to have to set it up pretty much myself, or at least my GL will when we finally do rated Warzones. Can I get this guy? Yes! Yes! GG. Now I'm going to die. Well, that was great. 2 minutes 30 seconds. And phase 2 coming in future, we will have cross-server queuing, and I want to talk about this a bit more, but it's in a later section. So I'm going to quickly skip through the rest of these. General/UI changes. This isn't really PvP changes, but I thought I'd include them anyway. Combat logs coming soon, so we get combat logs, so we know what damage we've taken. DPS meters and passers, which I don't know what they are, will be done by third-party add-ons via combat log, which is amazing. So they're basically, you know, they're basically said to the people like, "Where's the damage meters? Where's the damage meters? Where's it?" They've finally gone, "Yeah, okay, we'll give you damage meters. Just please stop crying." And so that's what they've done. Oh, I'm getting destroyed over here. Everyone picks a Sage. Jesus. So yeah, DPS meters, I'm actually looking forward to that for my raiding. That would be quite nice to see who's on the best DPS troopers. And free/paid server transfers are being worked on, but no data provided. Give me please. I really want to change server, so does my guild. It's getting pretty dead, my server. In fact, it's, you know, it's already dead. It's like rotting at the moment. It's so terrible how bad my server population is. Must stop them capping. Yes, got him. GG. So yeah, I can't wait for this to come out. And finally, cross-server queuing coming in phase 2 of PvP changes later than 1.2, so it's going to take a while. I'm going to say 1.3, I doubt it'll be in one of the smaller patches. But the priority for cross-server queuing is playing with people on your own server. This is something I think WoW should have done. Basically, what happens is you go into a cross-server queue. If there's not enough people on your server at the time, as in your queue will not pop, then it will go cross-server and find someone else. However, if there is enough people on your server, then you know they will pick people from your server to join in the BG, which I think is amazing, and I love that idea because it takes. I love the fact that in Swtor you have you know, you can play against your server and you can get a real good name for yourself, and they're not taking that away even with crossover queuing. Final point, as soon as you start choosing certain things, which war zones, etc., it become difficult for you to get into a war zone with server players, so you go into cross-server queue. This is basically explaining what I just said. See how we did on the damage meters for this war zone. Managed to get 360. I just recorded a Warzone a couple of minutes ago, and I got about the same damage, which is pretty consistent. I'm liking that damage. Do we have any healer? Oh, that guy getting 40k healing, 4 MVP votes. I can see why. That is some insane healing, and grats to you, sir. You deserve the extra valor and accommodations. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about rambling about the new Warzone and the PvP changes. See you all next time.